Make sure everyone can see me. Okay. Wow, I really haven't streamed in a while, have I? This is, I guess the last time I streamed, my webcam was like this for some reason. Yeah, look at Chester back there. I know he's got his own little spot on the... I also have a miniature one, like a glass one. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on. Oh, shit. It's him. Look. Just glass form. This shit is so loud, I'm sorry. Can you imagine if while I was doing that, it just dropped to the ground and shattered in a million pieces? That would be hilarious, but I would be sad because it's a very valuable item. Okay, get my big ass face out of the way. How do I make this smaller? How do I zoom out? Sorry. Somebody's gonna come in here and think I'm like a egotistical piece of shit because I have my face as the entire screen. I can't figure out how to make it smaller again. Could you survive a zombie apocalypse? Let's find out if I'm gonna survive a zombie apocalypse. If this asks me to like pay to see my results, I'm not gonna be happy. Have you had any training in combat? I know Wing Chun. I've never even heard of that. Yeah, I mean, I've done boxing. Does that count? I'm not gonna be out there like boxing the zombies in the ring like a 1-2 hook. What is your favorite movie? Oh, come on. They're gonna be like, oh, if he picks a zombie movie, that means he's well prepared. But if he picks like Love is Blind or whatever, then he's gonna die the first day. These are 2 zombie movies and then The Sound of Music and Fast and Furious. Like, if I pick The Sound of Music, I instantly, like, my score goes to 0 and they're like, this guy's dead instantly. I guarantee that's how they set this up. And then like 28 days later, they're like, oh, wow. He knows what he's talking about. I'll say Fast and Furious. What is your primary weapon of choice? Bare fist the zombie. Yeah, just box it out in the ring. That's what I'm saying. Just the old 1-2 uppercut. Knock its head off into the air. Look, that's what this guy's doing. What the hell? What's the context for this? You spot a stray zombie walking toward your hideout. What weapon will you kill the zombie with? This is the same question. Punch the zombie to death with your fists. Who's doing this? What kind of psychopath is doing that? 55%? That's it? That doesn't even explain why. They're just like, yeah, you should have selected 20 Days Later as your favorite movie. That's where you went wrong. Okay, this I want to see. Mandela effect. We've all heard about Mandela effect, where it's like you remember things being one way, but they're actually another. So let's see if I can actually get these right. What is the correct name of this cereal? Cap'n Crunch or Captain? No, it's Cap'n Crunch. Yeah. I've never eaten that cereal in my life, and I know that. Do people think that it's Captain Crunch? What is the correct name of the entertainment center? Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese's or Chuck E. Cheese? Oh. Again, a place that I've never been to. I think it's Chuck E. Cheese's. But nobody says that. Nobody says, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese's. They say, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. Actually, nobody says that at all. What is the color of Tony the Tiger, the mascot? Black or blue? Oh, what, his nose? It's definitely not blue. What? His nose is blue? Okay, this is a cereal that I've seen a million times. That's really strange. I thought for sure that his nose was not... That looks weird. Why does he have a blue nose? What does Henry VIII hold in this famous portrait? Gloves or a turkey leg? I really hope it's a turkey leg. What? Why would he hold a turkey leg? I don't know. You put the option there. Why are you telling me? Like, oh, you stupid idiot. Why'd you pick that? Yeah, this is like an obvious Photoshop too. That doesn't even look real. Why did I pick that? Why would he be holding a turkey leg? All right, we're gonna find out what Disney princess I am. There's comments on these? People can comment on this? I got Snow White. I got Snow White. I got Belle. I got Belle. Everybody's getting the same ones here. Got Belle, and I am not that smart. I only get A's and B's. Okay, I'm doing the same test as like a bunch of 5th graders or like 5th grade girls are doing. I don't know how I feel about this. I got Rapunzel. Replace hair with height. I am really tall. I'm 5'8", and I'm only 11. Bro, if you are 11, get off this website, youngin'. This was definitely posted by like somebody who's like 13. What is my natural hair color? It's brown. Oh my god, did you see that? What the hell? Why did my hair just like stay up for a second? How tall are you? Taller than the average girl. I will say that. I am taller than the average girl. Supermodel height? No. Supermodels are like 7 feet tall, so no. Pretty regular. I would say I'm taller than the average girl. I mean, it's not wrong. I am. What is your most prominent facial feature? Alright, everybody look at my face. I don't think I have dimples. I don't even know what that is. Smile? Eyes? I look insane. I'm a full-grown man doing a Disney princess quiz. Everybody's saying eyes, so okay, I'm gonna go with eyes. Yeah, my eyes are the most dominant part of my face. That's not the right word. Pick a pair of shoes to put on. Glass slippers. Oh, I wonder which Disney princess it's gonna give me if I pick the glass fucking slippers. Who am I? I'm Belle. Why? What is the reasoning behind that decision? Psychological age test. Everybody always says I'm unk. Let's find out how old I actually am. What type of party do you fancy? What type of party do you fancy? Me, personally, I like to have a cup of tea at home with me mates. What kind of presents do you fancy? Alcohol, books, clothes, or gift cards? Hell yeah. You kidding me? Save money? Live better? Walmart? What can't you live without? Coffee or cheese? Okay, this is written by fucking Wallace and Gromit. Do you fancy cheese, perchance? Yeah, I'd say I eat coffee more often than I eat cheese, because I'm not a mouse. What do you think of life? Alright, how old am I? 34! Crikey! That's a bit old, isn't it? I'm not that old. Jeez Louise, still got a couple of years before then. Am I a kind person quiz? I'm gonna tell you right now what this is gonna be. This is, are you a good person quiz? It's gonna be like, oh, you see an old woman in the street, what do you do? And it's gonna be like, oh, I help her cross the street. Then the other option is gonna be like, I make her bite the curb and I curb stomp her old ass. There's gonna be no nuance to it whatsoever, I can already guarantee. After what feels like an eternity of driving around the parking lot, you spot a car, and the car comes from the opposite direction. What feels like, oh, right, so I'm in a parking lot, I'm trying to find a parking spot. Oh, but then somebody else is coming the other way. Like if I'm there first, I'll go in there first. Let them take the spot and then key their car. What the fuck? Why would I do that? You witness a robbery taking place. I'm not fucking getting involved. Are you out of your mind? Somebody's robbing a bank. I'm gonna be like, stop right there, mister. I say this behavior is quite unbecoming of you. And just get my shit blown smooth off. Hell no. Why would I do that? Let the cops handle that. The vehicle on your side cuts you off as you are traveling to work. What is your reaction? Give them the finger. Depends. Act as though they can hear you yelling at your steering wheel. Follow them and teach them a lesson when they stop. I'm not gonna incriminate myself by like selecting this. Why are half of these options just crimes? I told you that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like either you help the grandma or you drop kick her. Like those are the two options. How about this? I'm not American, but if I were American, what state would I live in? What state should I live in, right? It's gonna send me to like middle of nowhere, Alabama, probably. Where would you like to go first? Okay, I thought it was gonna say like which state do you want to visit? That would have been so useless. And then, yeah, the rest were Northeast. That's not even a state. That's not even a state. What did I just waste all my time for? What is Northeast? That's a direction. A fucking state. What is Northeast? Somebody tell me. Like, what state is that? Wait, hold on. Northeast. So that's like New York, Rhode Island, right? Or like Maine. That's where I am. You live in fucking Ohio. You don't have a say in this. Don't remove them all. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you. I would love to go to Ohio. I'm sure there's plenty of beautiful things to see there. I've heard the Cincinnati Zoo is lovely. They have a lot of nice gorilla exhibits there. There are two things I know about Ohio. Maybe three. Isn't there like a lot of Mormons there? Also, there's the zoo where Harambe was shot. And also, it was like a meme for a while for some reason. That's the three things that I know about Ohio. Mormons is Utah. Oh shit, sorry. I know two facts. So I know two facts about... Wait, don't they have potatoes? No, that's Idaho. That's Idaho, right? Potatoes? So what the hell is Utah? What does Ohio have except for that? 20 things Ohio's known for. Columbus. That's an entire city. Buckeyes. What is that? Dark brown nut-like seeds. I'm sorry, but if your state is known for seeds. Indian burial mounds. Okay, that's enough of that, I think. What should your name actually be based on your personality? We're gonna rename me. Gonna rename my whole channel, but whatever I get based on this quiz. If you were a dessert, what kind of dessert would you be? Guys, drop your answers in the chat. What kind of dessert am I? Everybody's answering the poll. Good to see. Pineapple upside... Why am I pineapple? What does that even mean? Why is it upside down? Pineapple upside down cake? This looks really good. Do you have a green thumb? Dude, I can't even keep the tree behind me alive. And that's a tree. You need to water it like once a fucking year. I killed my ex? What does that say? I stole a tree from my ex and still haven't killed it. Oh, I misread that. You ever been searched at an international border? What? So if I say yes, they're gonna be like, you're definitely a James Reed. Okay, my new name is Reed. The name sucks. What kind of piercing should you get? I have less than 0 interest in getting a piercing, so let's see what it tells me to do. Got a significant other that you want us to tell us about? Yes, I'm taken. Taken but about to be single. Can you imagine if I clicked on that? My wife watches this after, she's like, hey, what was with that answer that you gave to that question? I'm like, the fucking piercing. What is your piercing quiz? I should get a rook piercing? What is that? Why is this guy sticking his tongue out? Ah, this is freaky as hell. Oh, it's just, this is a pretty basic piercing. Please don't. Can we guess where you live based off of these questions? Here, I'm gonna dox myself basically here. If they, imagine they actually like, you live at this exact address, 1.13051. What type of weather do you prefer? Cold, humid, and hot, all 4 seasons, cold. I like all 4 seasons. I wouldn't want to live somewhere that's like hot all the time or cold all the time. Everyone needs a little fanciness in their life. What luxury can you absolutely not live without? Maple syrup. I can't live without maple syrup. I wonder which country it's gonna pick if I select that one. Hunter rain boots, a pool, my Patagonia. What the hell is a Patagonia? Isn't that like what the Earth continents were like millions of years ago? Or is that Pangea? What is a Patagonia? A region in South America that spans Argentina and Chile. You know me, I can't live without my southern region of Argentina and Chile. What regional fast food chains should be everywhere? I've never been to a single one of these restaurants. White Castle, Nando's, Cookout, Whataburger, Steak and Shake, and In-N-Out Burger. I'm just gonna say which one I'd like to try based on the name is Steak and Shake, because if they serve steaks, then that's kind of cool. I'd love to have that. I've been to IHOP once, by the way, when I went to the US, and I had a steak, and it sucked. And then I told my friends, and they got mad at me and said, why would you get a steak at a place called International House of Pancake? And I said, well, I don't really like pancakes. And they said, well, then why did you go to IHOP? All right, where do I live? Oh, you live in Climax, Georgia. We got you there, buddy. You're a southerner to the core. Sweet tea, football, and hot summer nights. I literally did not say any of that. They said, like, what type of weather do you like? I said all 4 seasons. And it's like, oh, you love summer. What celebrity's dog is the cutest? Ew, what is this? This is like a human being. This one looks like a person. This is like a person wearing a dog suit. That's scary. Which pup has the most adorable outfit? These are all rat dogs. This is disgusting. I hate this. This makes me angry. I don't find this cute. This makes me upset and angry. This is racially insensitive. Am I Italian quiz? Okay, now here's something important to think about. I'm not Italian at all. Okay, as far as I know, I don't have any Italian in me. So I want to see how accurate this is. If this is going to say that I'm like 100% Italian, then obviously it doesn't really work. But I guarantee this is just going to be like, do you like pasta? Do you like pizza? And I'm going to say yes, and it's going to say, wow, you're a real Italian. You need to cook something for dinner. What's on the menu? Ah, my favorite. Just like a mama used to make. Just like a mama used to make. A blank. My favorite. What is this? There's no image. Okay, whatever. Do you use gestures when you talk? No. Oh shit, love for Italy is not detected. Okay, they got me. They really got me. Let's do what Family Guy character am I? I didn't spell any of those words correctly. What is something you might say? Freaking sweet. What the deuce? Whose legs do you have to hump to get a dry martini around here? I wouldn't say any of these because I'm not a cartoon character. Who will win the fight between the giant chicken and Peter? No one. I don't care. I don't care. Wow, we just gained like 4 viewers while I'm doing Family Guy funny fart joke compilation quiz or whatever I'm doing at this point. I don't even know. How susceptible are you to the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man? This is a lot of references that I don't know if I understand, but I haven't watched Family Guy since I was like 12. It makes me angry. How long is this? I just want to know what, like, if I'm Peter or if I'm Stewie. How do you define your sexuality? All right, they're just throwing a friggin' curveball out of nowhere. Not getting enough. Okay, I'm Peter. Wow, there's the default answer that everybody gets at the end of the quiz. You're Peter. You're the main character of the show. Should I do the what's my ethnicity at this point? Let's find out if they can figure out where I'm from, what country I'm from, okay? Because I've had people ask me before, like, oh, where are you from? Let's see if they can figure it out, okay? What is my hair texture? Wavy. What cuisine does your family eat most often? Meat and potatoes. What religion did you grow up with? Christian, I guess. Catholic or Protestant? I don't really know the difference. It's gonna give me either Irish or Scottish because I put meat and potatoes and then like I'm pale. We are like Christian or whatever. What is your eye shape? I don't know. Circular. What geographic region? Okay, fuck off. Wow, we can figure out where you come from. What's your what's your ethnicity? By the way, just quick question. Where's your family from? Like just general area, like Asia, Europe, Southwest, like which you gotta be a little more specific. We gotta know a little more specifically. Then we're gonna guess. This is gonna be a complete guess. All the rest of the questions didn't mean anything, by the way. I could have said, instead of meat and potatoes, I could have said we had sushi every day. But as soon as I pick Western Europe, that's all that matters. Western Europe, yep, that's the accurate one. What is your nose shape? I don't know, dude. And your skin undertone. You already asked me this. Blue? Who has blue skin? Yellow, gold, I guess natural? Northern and Western Europe. So this is Scotland. Think Scotland. Told you. I knew they were going to give me Scotland. You'll take the high road and I'll take the low road and I'll get to Scotland before you. For me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. I'm Scottish now, apparently. Ireland, Scotland, England, France, Germany, Scandinavia. So they're just not even giving me a country. They're just saying you're like this general area. I did do the ancestry.com thing and like it got the right countries, but the percentages seemed a little weird to me, so I don't know how accurate it is, but some of those were in there. All right, I'll say that, so it's pretty accurate. But again, I told it that my family's from Western Europe, and then it just says, you likely have ancestors from Western Europe. We're all done for tonight. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, following, all that stuff. And we will see ya next time. Have a good evening.